Hello and welcome to episode 79 of From Impossible to Inevitable. I'm your host, Megan Bauer. Thank you so much for joining me today and pushing play on today's podcast. I'm grateful for you and for your listens. I have a short, sweet episode for you that I hope you will just marinate in your mind for the next day or two or week or whatever. I have been asking myself this question, and I asked it to Jake, and it really caught him off guard one time because this is a really deep question. So, this is the question. If whatever you decided today, you would automatically be the best in the world at it tomorrow, what would it be? I'm going to say that again. If whatever you decided today, you would automatically be the best in the world at it tomorrow, what would that be? Now, I'm finding this a really powerful question because it's like, it's kind of like mind-blowing, right? Like, nobody expects to be the best at anything automatically tomorrow without putting in the years and years and years and years and years of work, without putting in the years and years and years and years of effort, and the years and years and years and years of focus, right? Nobody expects that. I mean, if they do, a little delusional, that's okay. But you expect to put in the effort. And the reason I find this such an incredible question to ask yourself is because that tells you what you need to focus on for the next years and years and years. That tells you what you truly want to do. If all else aside, no other circumstances affected it, nothing could change it and impact it. If you would be the best in the world at it tomorrow, no matter what would that be? Great. Now you know what to focus on. Now you know what changes you need to make in your life. Now you know what habits you need to build. Now you know where to focus all of your identity changes. I talked a lot in the last episode about big changes and changing your identity. And maybe some of you are like, yeah, I know I really need to do that. And I know I've been trying for years to install this habit. Yeah, I know, stop. I know. Okay, do it. Now's the time. But maybe some of you are like, okay, I don't really like my carpet. Please, if you haven't listened to the last episode, stop now. Go listen to the last episode. I'm continuing a metaphor. Maybe you're like, okay, I don't really like this carpet, but I also don't know what to put in, and I'm not going to rip this out unless I know what I'm putting in. Great. This gives you direction. Here's a big rule to this, okay? You can change your mind at any time in the process. Know that the more clarity you have about what you want to be the best in the world at, the easier it will be to focus, the easier it will be to make changes, the easier it will be to be laser locked on to becoming great at whatever it is. But if you get down that pathway and you're like, woof, I really thought this would be fun, I really thought this would be great, I really thought whatever, but actually I can't stand this, this is not for me, that's okay. That's okay. Evaluate all along the way and course correct all along the way and trust. Here is a big key. Trust that you are always on the right path. Trust that you went down a road, even though you didn't like where it led you. Trust that you went down that road because you had to learn something. Trust that that contributed to where you ultimately wanted to go. Trust that everything is informing you. I read a book once. It's actually one of my favorite books. I read it more than once. I read it lots of times. And I didn't anticipate sharing this, But the book is You Are a Badass by Jen Sincero. I've mentioned it before. It's one of my favorites. And she talks about not knowing what she wants to do with her life, like spending years in this, like, I don't know what to do with myself. Like, she was 40 before she decided what she wanted to do with herself. And she spent years with the mindset of, I don't know what I want to do. And so, because that was what she kept telling herself, she never knew what she wanted to do. Then she implemented a great mindset shift. She implemented, I am walking through life with eyes wide open, and I will figure out, I will find what it is I'm supposed to do with my life. Everything is informing me. Everything is trying to help me figure this out. Everything in my life is trying to help me know which direction to go. And she figured it out. Now she's a best-selling author and all of this stuff, whatever. But that was a big mindset shift. Until she had that mindset shift, she was kind of committed, accidentally, to not knowing where she wanted to go in life, what she wanted to be, what she wanted to do. She decided one day, it was probably pretty critical, to being open for information. I am open to ideas. I have no idea what I want to do. So instead of focusing on that, just focus on, I'm open for ideas. Everything is informing me. Everything in your life is informing you, always, on what direction you should go. Sometimes we listen, sometimes we don't. Sometimes we're too busy fiddling on our phone. But keep yourself open to that. And ask yourself this question. Now, if you've already forgotten it, that's okay, because I kind of went on a tangent. But if whatever you decided on today, you would automatically be the best in the world tomorrow, what would that be? What would it be? Okay, now that you have that idea, what changes do you need to make? What things do you need to learn? What habits do you need to install? What can you do today that will help you on that path towards that exciting new future? Even if you never become the best in the world at whatever it is, you will be on the path to fulfilling your potential. You will be on the path to living a life you love. Because honestly, who would decide to be the best in the world at something that they didn't love? Whatever it was. If whatever it was, you were the best in the world at it, that automatically lights you up. That automatically makes you excited. Follow that. Follow that. Okay. That's fun, isn't it? It's really fun. I hope that you spend some time thinking about that. I hope that you spend some time really feeling into it, getting excited about it, and getting excited about the journey ahead of you. Thank you again for joining me today. I hope you have the best day. Until next time, bye for now.